All right, let's quickly continue this conversation. We haven't got too much time, unfortunately, but we've got with us Ralph Macheka, who's a political analyst, and also advocate Paul Hoffman, who is also from Accountability Now. Now, gentlemen, thanks for continuing the conversation. Accountability Now advocate quotes Section 195 of the Constitution, which requires a public administrator to make decisions that are impartial, fair, equitable, and without bias in line with the country's development agenda. So my question to you is, has South Africa ever had an example of a public servant being charged for undermining the Constitution?
No, that hasn't happened. In fact, if anything, Vusi Pikoli was first suspended and then fired for upholding the Constitution rather than undermining it. But the difficulty is that the public service is shot through with deployed cadres of the ANC. And the Parliament, insofar as it is 57% ANC, is also full of deployed cadres of the ANC. Now, there's nothing wrong with deploying cadres if they understand that the supreme law is the Constitution, and that if they are in the public service, they have to rely on Section 195 as their guiding star. That is what gets them going. But like the politicians, they prefer to take their instructions from Luthuli House. And you have these two centers of power in our proportional representation system, where Luthuli House is marching to the sound of its national democratic drum, and Parliament is marching to the sound of the supreme law, our Constitution, and our Bill of Rights. So you can see that there is a difficulty in this regard. And certainly, if party bosses are in charge of a party list, and if party bosses have a cadre deployment committee sitting at Luthuli House, you're going to get yourself into the bind that we are in, because the value system that is being applied by parliamentarians and most of the public service who are deployed cadres is not one that is in step with constitutional values, and it is indeed an invalid way of trying to run the country.
Very quickly, Ralph, and we literally probably have about 2 more minutes left, but if you can quickly tell us, I mean, do you find it surprising that corruption and irregular expenditure just continues to escalate with repeat offences, no accountability, no consequence management? I mean, we see this in the Auditor General's report all the time, year after year. We see what's going on in SOEs who account to the parliamentary committees.
It is depressing, Leon, to see what people are saying at the commission, to see that there has not even been reflection on this. So it's quite worrying, and corruption is being seen as a victimless crime. And I think that this has to do with how the governing party respect the state institutions. So it's about, I think Advocate Hoffman is talking about something very critical, a conflicting value system. What the ANC sees as logical usually does not go with the Constitution recently, especially when it comes to corruption, when it comes to behavior in the public service. So we need to deal with that. Are we going to go with the ANC's view? Maybe let's resign ourselves to that, or let's be a constitutional democracy. We cannot have it both ways.
Gentlemen, I wish I could carry on, but we've got to wrap this. So we've got State of the Nation address tonight. Are you guys happy with the way things have panned out with this kind of sitting? Do you think this is the way we should go forward?
A first budget cut, that's nice.
Think so. This is it. Must better cut these costs. 100,000 Rand compared to all the millions. All right. Paul Hoffman, thanks so much. Accountability Now, and Ralph Macheka, political analyst, talking to us about the dangers faced by our country if South Africa loses its grip on the hard-earned constitutional democracy. Let's quickly take a break. We'll see